Hey everybody, welcome to this edition of Whyde Family Farm. How's everybody doing out there? It's good to see everybody this morning at 11:30 a.m. Yes, I am up and I am moving, which is really, really surprising. I'm actually extremely tired this morning. So, here we go. Hello, hey Garden State Gardener. Hey Dutch, what's up, dude? I am actually going on early. Tammy isn't here yet, but she'll be here at noon. And I'm sharing that link with her right now, actually. Oh, Lord. I've been so extremely tired because I've been working, but it's all good. And yeah. Oh, hey, everybody. It's good to see you. Let me. Hey. I'm going to share the link, so if anybody wants to come up, they can. I know it's extremely early. I'm putting the link out there. Yeah, I'm brave. I know. I'm tired of not being able to do what I want to do because of other people's naughty business. So there's the link, y'all. Come on up. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, I was trying to get my other chat up here.
There's a join.
Hey, Bushcraft family, thanks for being here. And here's Yosi.
Hi.
Hey, how are you doing this morning?
One of the biggest problem with mental illness is sometimes you don't need a reason. It's came and you feel like crap.
Yeah.
And when you suffer with physical illness as well, the physical came worse.
Yeah.
It is what it is. What can I do?
Yeah.
I don't have a reason. There's no reason. I'm feeling good. I'm happy. I'm doing good financially. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's because sometimes a mental illness doesn't have to do with the outside world as much as it does internally. And sometimes a mental illness can be a chemical imbalance in your brain that you can't help. You know what I mean?
The only thing I can think of the anxiety I have for tomorrow, for the premiere. That's the only thing I can think of. Because I'm a perfectionist and I see the video. It's bothering a few things, but I want to upload it like this to see, so other people can see the mistake I made.
Yeah.
Because the biggest mistake I made is putting the fan behind the camera so we can hear it.
Yeah. Hey, Uncle Al.
Where is he?
Can you hear me?
I don't see him in my side. Now I see him, but if it's freeze.
Yeah, he's frozen.
And the other thing that bother me that the software I use you is promoted itself every few minutes.
Mm.
You see like a band with the name of the software.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know of any other editing software because I don't use any other but iMovie. That's what I use. I thought about using DaVinci there for a while, and I haven't even begun to download it or anything yet because I was told that you can do other things on it. So
I like the software. Maybe I buy it and the advertisement go away.
yeah.
But
You
I
hear us,
watch it.
Uncle Al?
No, it's frozen again.
Yeah.
I
Hello,
watched it.
everybody. Hey, Thorhaven.
Hi, everybody. I watch it
Hey,
with my
T-Baby
brother,
Funk. What's up, girl?
and when you see it in the TV, it's not so bad. You can pick up more sound with the headphones.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's a good video for my first video.
Tammy will be joining us hopefully in the next 15 minutes or so. I just started early.
Yeah. How was she?
She's doing good.
I talked to her during the week, but it's a few days. I messaged her on Facebook.
Yeah. She's doing good.
That's good. Because when I had COVID, I was like crap for 2 months.
Oh. Yeah, that's not good. Hey, Gardner Josh. Hey, Doc P. Wow, it's weird to see you up so early. You're up early and out. He's on the prowl.
And the most difficult I have in the time was when I was down. I'm the only cook in my family. I cook for my brother, I cook for my father. If I down, nobody cooks.
Yeah. Yeah, T Baby Funk, it's getting colder and colder and colder. And then before you know it, it'll probably snow. Sometimes it snows on Halloween. Sometimes it snows on Thanksgiving. It just depends, but it's it'll just get colder and colder and colder and colder. And Uncle Al, you keep not working. I don't know what's going on with Uncle Al.
I know what's wrong, but I gonna talk to you later. I tell you later about it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see everybody in the chat. Holy crap, 13 people. Thank you so much for being here.
Nice.
It's just a Friday morning extravaganza. Yeah, for real. Hush about that snow talk. I wanted to go out and do something today. Maybe go to the store, but I just don't feel like going to the store.
Too cold yet?
Uncle Al's internet is not working, and he keeps trying to come up, and it's not working. It's just frozen, so sorry, Uncle Al. I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up. T-Baby Funk, if you want to come up, come on up, honey. Yeah.
It's appropriate.
Last day of my weekend, have to go to work again. Oh, that's horrible. That is what really bothered me about work is the anxiety of knowing, like when you have your time off and then you have to go back to work. Like that really hit me hard when I had tons of anxiety about that. We had
When
one
I
below
when I was
freezing.
working, I had Friday and Saturday off, so I got a longer weekend. But in Sunday, I need to come back
You working now,
every.
Uncle Al? No, you're still frozen.
By the way, you can hear my fan.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, your internet sucks,
Yes,
Uncle Al.
I'm trying to wait for your premiere. I know it's all over on the West Coast in California. Not too bad when you're further away, but I'm waiting. I finally got back on Josie. It kicked me off
3 times.
6 times, Josie.
Ah, 6 times.
Okay, T baby. Thank you. That'd be cool. I would love to get more Philippine people up here and stuff. I'd love to have a conversation. So if you, whenever you want up, just let me know.
Live stream. I mean, you're.
Bob, I see you in the audience, Bob. He just woke up, huh? Yeah. He's frozen.
Yeah.
Rebelcanners.
There she is. She came a little early. Hey, Tammy. We're live.
Oh, okay. You're early. I actually
I decided to do something a little different. And I've got a ton of people in here for this early in the morning, too. I was expecting maybe 2 people, you know, especially the West Coasters. And there's some people in here like, I just woke up. What's up, guys? I'm like, oh, my God.
The fishes.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I got strep throat.
Oh, no. The sickness is in your house.
Once your immune systems are down.
My tonsils were like really big.
His tonsils were the size of my fist.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
I'm not kidding. He was
I
bad.
went down. I could talk, but no, that's fine.
Okay. Go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
So, yeah. Anyway, this is the Rebel Canning show, so we're going to talk about canning. There's going to be, you know, I'm not bringing any other kind of talk to the plate right now. So what's going on, Tammy? First of all, first and foremost, I want to know how you're doing. Are you doing okay?
Still got the cough, but I'm gonna survive. I can sit upright today. I actually went out in the other room and sat in a chair. It's
well, that's good.
Yeah, I'm finally feel like I'm gonna make it.
That's good. That's real good because I was worried about you. And
Yeah, me too.
Thank you, Yossi.
So I'm glad you're doing better. So let's talk about canned foods for a minute and then canning. By the way, I have been making those canned potatoes that I canned, and they are freaking delicious. Probably the best potatoes I think I've ever had in my life. They're already pre-cooked. You just fry them up a little bit, and voila, you got some awesome, delicious potatoes. And I've been putting rosemary and stuff on them. Oh my God, so good. So canning potatoes is definitely a must around here. So I'm going to have to buy another 50-pound bag. Potatoes is definitely a must around here. So I'm going to have to buy another 50-pound bag. So what I'm going to do is buy another bag and can those here before too long.
I can see the chat today. Yay!
So are you at home or are you?
No, because of where I'm at, with my off-grid place, there is no internet there, so there was no way I would have been able to call for help if I had gotten. And my 13-year-old can't drive, and he's usually the one out there with me. My 17-year-old stays in town, and so I just stayed in town at my daughter's because there was no way I could be out there, not by myself.
Yeah, I wondered about that. Hey, Dave. Thanks for coming in, dude. I still need to try a potato leek soup that we can this year. Thorhaven, yes. I imagine it would be unbelievably wonderful.
That sounds really delicious.
Yeah, like canning soup, like canning just potatoes in general, I have found is just amazing. Now I know why people do it. They tasted so good. Okay, so if anybody's out there that has canned something that they were surprised about, that was absolutely delicious, go ahead and put it in the side chat because curious about that as well.
Unfortunately, in Israel, canning is not very popular.
No.
No, I cannot find nothing.
Huh.
If I want to buy something like a pressure cooker and jars, I need to order it online.
Yeah.
That's hard. We've been spoiled. We used to be able to go right to the grocery store and pick up anything we needed, but with all the shortages, it's been hard to find lids anywhere.
Sorry, I couldn't hear very well, and I was wondering why, and I forgot I had a splitter on here, and it always affects the sound. Because my husband gets on here sometimes with me. But, yeah, there's just been a couple of things I was really surprised about with canning. And the potatoes was one of them. I was just like so shocked when I opened up the can and like, they don't look so hot because I guess the way I canned them, they don't look so hot, but they tasted phenomenal. And I made steak the other day and I put those potatoes on the side. By the way, can we talk a little bit about ghee? Do you know anything about ghee, Tammy?
Yeah.
Is it good for you?
Yes. It's a natural fat. I would prefer that myself over like margarine or oil that's artificially produced.
Is it better than olive oil? No.
It's an animal fat, so it's butter, but it's rendered so that all of the milk solids have been taken out of it. So it's really good for a lot of cooking purposes and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily. I mean, it can replace olive oil, but it doesn't necessarily cook at the same temperature.
Okay.
And stuff. So there's some some cooking uses you'd probably want olive oil.
I ordered the best oil is avocado oil.
Yes, that's what I've heard too. Cold pressed.
Yeah.
It's very important to make sure it's cold pressed.
And it's the most expensive oil also.
Really, Gardner Josh? He said, my wife's kidney team said she should use ghee before any other oil. That is really good to know because we really like it. We really like it. And it tastes phenomenal. Like, we put it in with the potatoes. I put just a little bit in there and cooked it with the potatoes. And oh my God, it just made them taste so good. So I think we're going to be ghee people, even though it's really expensive to buy. But I could probably buy my own butter and just do it myself.
All you do is you boil it to get all those milk solids to float up to the top and skim them off. And then there'll be some more in the bottom. It's really easy to make ghee, And then ghee is shelf stable. So once you've made it, you've taken out the milk products, it's shelf stable even without canning.
So yeah, I was gonna say, so you don't
It
even
makes
need
sense.
to can it. You don't need to can it.
You
There's
don't.
no
Now,
point.
I do can it because I want to keep it a lot longer, and by canning it, I seal the air out and keep it from going rancid a lot longer.
Mm.
But don't pay $8 for a little thing of it when you can pay $4 for a pound of butter and make as much ghee as one of those little tiny $8 things.
Yeah.
Maybe even twice as much.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. It just tastes so good. And a lot of people said, "Oh, I don't like ghee. I don't like the way it tastes." I'm like, "What are you talking about, man? That crap is good."
If you're used to real butter, it is blander. And you have to add your salt
Yeah.
because you don't want salt in it. But, once you know how to use it, then it's like any other fat. Once you've figured out how to use that fat the best,
Hmm.
I mean, some things are really good for frying, some things are not. You have to
And
know.
as well, the butter is blended anyway. It's not salted butter.
Yeah, unsalted butter. Yep.
Thanks, Dave, for hitting the like button. Thank you, guys. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you, if you're new here, to subscribe and subscribe to the Rebelcanner. Yossi also has his own show now too, and he will be doing his own cooking. So
I have a little bit of news. I am only 40 away from 4,000 subscribers.
yeah.
So I'm out in there every day looking. Oh, nope, not yet. Nope, not yet. Darn. There's 10 more. Yay.
That's awesome. Good for you, Tammy. Yeah. Oh, you guys, Thorhaven, they say they use bacon fat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I save all of my bacon fat, every single drop of it.
Yeah. Bacon fat tastes so good on everything, but at the same time, I don't know how healthy that is for you. Like, I don't know.
It's better than margarine. That's all
Yeah.
I'm going to say. It's not
Yeah.
one molecule away from plastic. So
Yeah.
better. And another fat we don't use here in America enough and value is the chicken fat.
No, I never even heard about using chicken fat for anything.
Yeah, that's called chicken smokes, and it's a very good fat for frying and cooking. And
I use chicken fat a lot.
yeah, it's very good.
Hey, Ramblin' with the Brums. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at all these people in here. I need to start earlier more often. Holy crap, guys. Thank you so much.
And the holidays, I use lamb fat.
That is one thing. I tried lamb once, and I didn't like it, but I'm pretty sure I got an old ram, not a lamb.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think next time I'd like to try it again, but know my source. I got it from a meat market, and I'm not sure my source was good.
And it depends also the part of the lamb.
Yeah.
The back side have more fat
Okay.
than the front side.
Okay. I have to see if someone will do a lamb share with me. So I wouldn't know what to do with a whole one.
Yeah.
And I love venison, so I should have loved it. But
yeah.
Hey, Mennonite Farmhouse. Thank you for coming in.
If you received a goat instead of a lamb, that's tougher.
I have had goat. I absolutely love goat chili. I think rather have goat in my chili than any other meat. The best chili I've ever had has been goat.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It was slow cooked?
Made into hamburger and then fried. And then
okay.
Put in with tomatoes and onions and beans.
Because goat, excuse me, you need to cook it slow. You need to cook for higher time.
Yeah.
Yes. I used to raise goats for myself.
Yeah. I've never had, see, that's the thing. I think I've had lamb before, in a gyro because I thought it was beef and I was eating it. And then I had lamb and I didn't like it. I'm really particular. There's only certain types, like, I'm not a big pork fan. Like, I won't eat, I'll eat bacon, and obviously bacon tastes good, but if you know, that's wonderful. But for the most part, you won't catch me eating a pork chop or anything like that. I'm just real weird about my meat. However, I will eat beef. I'll eat like hamburger and steak and stuff like that. But and my mom's really big on making roasts with potatoes and carrots. She makes that a lot. But for the most part, I'm not a big chicken fan. I'm a really picky eater, I guess. But yeah, I had oh my gosh, I had lamb in that gyro and I was not happy.
Also,
Did not
it
taste good.
depends of who cook it and how you cook it.
Yeah. Yeah, Twisted Artley. I don't know. Okay, I made pork chops a couple of times. I've made pork chops, and there's just something about it. My husband likes it, and I get it from a local butcher, and it's made wonderfully, and there's no fat. That's another thing I like about it, is that there's no fat on the pork whatsoever, pork chops. But it's just so...
Pork can vary,
Yeah.
like, from breed of pig. Pork can really vary in how good it tastes. And then pastured pork is a whole different level from farm produced factory farm pork.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good to know then.
Yeah. I used to get my farm produced pork from a specific farmer, and like I knew exactly what they fed them, and they fed them by the book, and it was some of the best pork I ever had. But to go to a box store and buy pork, it's not the same quality.
Yeah.
It doesn't. The meat doesn't even have the same texture. It's yeah.
And
Well, see, that's the
usually
thing. Oh, go ahead, Yossi.
the fat of the pork, I don't eat it, but I know usually people don't eat the fat.
Yeah.
The lard. Yeah.
If you part, yes, but usually they twirl the part. The fat is yellow.
Yeah, that's why they say when you make things from it, or if you save the fat from it, that it doesn't look appealing because it's yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But like
why they use the leaf lard, which is from up by the kidneys,
um
for making lard, that fat, instead of the fat from different places, because those aren't going to be as nice.
yeah, I've never ever bought my pork from a box store ever. I've never eaten pork from a box store. There is a local butcher. I'm very, very lucky to have a local butcher that lives like 5 minutes down the road from me. So that's where I buy all my meat and hot dogs and everything from there. And I know what's in it because they use, and even in their bacon, they don't put sugar. Like you can get sugar-free, nitrate-free bacon. And that's what I get. And then the hot dogs are nitrate free. But that's the one thing though, is when you buy it from there and you buy it fresh, you would have to do something with it within 24 hours because they don't put any preservatives or anything in it. So you have to freeze it or cook it within 24 hours or it'll go bad. So, yeah, I buy from that place all the time. I absolutely love it. Hey, Twisted Art Lady. I see you in there. Thank you for coming in. Mennonite Farmhouse. It's so good to see you in here. I haven't seen you. I thought I did a Media Monday shout out with you guys. So thank you so much.
Also, Courtney, if it's a boar, it's gamey. You have the gamey taste. You need to soak it before you use it.
Mm.
And to get the gamey taste out of meat, you soak it in tomato juice too. Not
Or in
necessarily,
vinegar.
or
And
vinegar.
Oh,
Yes.
pickle
yeah.
juice. Pickle juice is the best.
I heard of that.
Courtney, Bob wants to come up.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, Bob. Give me a second. I'll email you the link.
But Mennonite Farmhouse, back to what you're saying, people do not know what they're buying at the box store. And they
No.
don't know that the quality is not the same as what you should be getting.
Yeah, we have giant eagles around here. Are you familiar with giant eagle? Tammy, being in Michigan?
Mhm.
Yeah, we have giant eagles around here, and my mom insists on getting meat from there. Oh, it's even better than the meat place. I'm like, Mom, it just grosses me out. Now particularly with the way everything is being handled, in the grocery stores, and the way the meat market was portrayed during the time of the pandemic and stuff like that. Like, I am very picky now, and I will not buy my meat. Even before, I didn't want to buy my meat at the grocery store, but now I really don't want to buy my meat at the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? It just grosses me out.
You are lucky because in Israel, if I don't want to buy it from the store, I cannot buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. You can't even buy direct from the farmer?
I can buy direct from the farmer, but it's gonna cost much more, and I need to bring the rabbi to butcher it because they need to butcher it in a very specific way,
Mhm.
and
I
it costs
didn't think
double
about that.
the money because you need to pay for the animal, pay for the rabbi, and then take the meat and process it.
Okay. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, to be quite honest, I eat a lot of kosher things just for the fact that I know that it was done right. Because
In the kosher world,
Yeah.
it's very description. It's very clean. It's very healthy, and we have not only the rabbi who do the kosher side, you have also the veterinarian who see the animal before they butcher it.
Yeah. Well, I do, but I just buy a lot of kosher because I'm just going to be blatantly honest here. Nobody messes with Jewish people here. Like, you don't mess with their food. You don't do that.
Yeah.
And so, I just know that if I'm buying something kosher, I know that it's going to be done right.
It's what it says it is on the box.
Because
you don't have to
yeah.
worry that it's not going to be what it says on the box because
Right.
Whatever's on that label and it's stamped, it is.
Yeah. So when I'm buying, that's why when I'm buying something in the store and it says that, I'm like, okay, then I trust it more than the average bear.
Yeah.
So, hey, Threads and Jars, thanks for coming in and hanging out with us today. And we have Tammy here with the Rebelcanners. This is the Blue Ribbon Canning Show. We were talking about fats and meats and stuff today. And I was talking about how when I canned my potatoes, how delicious they were when I finally opened them up. So, we have a very large Jewish community in Cleveland. And it's, you drive downtown Cleveland on Saturdays and they all will be walking, and they walk a lot on Saturdays because I guess on Saturdays they're not particularly allowed to do much. So they walk with their families down the street.
Right.
Yeah.
You can walk like if I want to work in my garden, I can,
Yeah.
but I cannot use electricity. I'm use it because I'm not very strong in my religion.
Yeah.
I do some things. I eat kosher, but I use electricity on Saturday
Yeah.
because if not now, I cannot talk to you because it's the sun gone down in my
Yeah.
and because you cannot use electricity, you don't gonna start the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the very strong in the religion, not even speak nonsense
Hmm.
in Saturday.
It's very interesting.
It's the
It's
most important day in the Jewish world in the week.
I'm sorry, Mennonite Farmhouse. Do you know that Oregon is trying to ban hunting, fishing, and butchering animals that are not old like Colorado? I don't know what that means.
I think Colorado have the privilege of killing old animal for management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's different hunting laws in different states on
Yeah.
what you can take. You have to take some in season, and you have to have a license, and every state has a different set of rules. So wherever you're at, you have to follow the rules where you're at.
Yeah,
And I get that. A lot of people don't understand that during the Great Depression here in America, they almost completely wiped out animals because that's another thing. When you are prepping, a lot of people, that's how you know if someone is not really up on their history or really understanding what people do when they prep. The Great Depression almost wiped out everything. It's not like you're going to be able to go out and hunt for your family. A lot of people are like, oh, when the grid goes down, I'm just going to hunt. No, you don't understand. When the grid goes down, people will do anything out of acts of desperation. But when you're hungry, people will do anything out of acts of desperation. You're not going to be able to go out there and hunt. You're not going to be able to do those things. And so I was trying to, my brother was one of those people. He's like, oh, I hunt. Yeah, okay, that's great. But during a time, like I said, of desperation, you're not going to find deer. You're not going to, people are going to be stupid and they're going to wipe out the population. There's not going to be squirrels. There's not going to be the animals that you see on a normal basis out there because people are going to wipe them out.
Well, not just that, the number of people wandering into the woods thinking they're going to find something are going to scare the animals away from anywhere there's population.
Yeah, exactly.
So the animals
the
are
animals
going
are
to be,
smart. They're
the
gonna
animals are
feel
there are
that
going to be,
something is up. They're gonna feel it.
yeah, they're going to be pushed. And that's why, like, the place I have made it a safe haven. There's no hunting allowed. There's no things. I've planted foods for the animals, and I literally have deer come into my cabin and lay down beside it every night.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I want them there. I want them used to me. I had a deer have twins in my garden last year, and I was quite happy to have her in my garden because if she knows this is a safe place, if she knows that nobody's going to bother her, nobody's going to bother her babies, they can be protected right there. They're not going to be allowed. Dogs aren't going to be allowed to come in. She'll come back every year.
Mm-hmm.
And when she's being pushed and she needs a safe place to go, where those babies are being pushed by hunters and they need a safe place to go, they're going to come to my place. And that's when I'm going to feed them. Then I can harvest them.
Hey, what is she up to now? Thanks for coming in. Yeah. So,
Abby's here also.
hey, Abby, thank you for coming in. Yeah, prepping is very important. And the whole idea, Garden State Gardener, of cow farts being on the political debate really just boggles my freaking mind. Are you
Excuse
serious
me.
right
People
now?
doesn't understand.
People are
that-
dying and we're debating cow farts.
Well, excuse me.
But it's not
But
the reason.
Wait. I just have one thing to say. We wiped out more plains buffalo that farted on the plains than cows exist today.
Yeah.
And guess what? Nobody was crying global warming when the buffalo were farting. They're all full of cow farts if they think that this is having some effect on the planet now.
But
It's insane.
There's a type of algae that produce more carbon monoxide than the cow farts.
Mhm.
Much more.
Wait,
I think that this subject really came into play when we had that hurricane that hit the East Coast, and it hit like North Carolina and South Carolina, and it wiped out the pig farms. And then in the pig farms, they had a huge issue with sewage and stuff being in the floodwaters.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that that subject came up because of that. And so that had a huge impact on the debates about animals, farm animals, and what they do to the ecosystem, blah, 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 blah. And to be quite, yeah. Go ahead, Yosi. What were you saying?
No, Uncle asked me if it's blue or red, the algae who produced. I think it's the red algae.
Mm. But yeah, so I honestly, the way I see it is God put animals here on this earth for us to use. I don't think that they're having a negative effect on the environment. I think that celebrities that have jets and planes, private planes, multiple cars, multiple houses that they're heating. I think unnecessary overabundance has a lot to do with the world's ecosystem, not cow farts.
And people buy the cow, it's supposed to be ecosystem, but people doesn't realize to produce the same cow, you make more carbon monoxide. You need to use the cow for at least 5 years to start to be economical.
Mm-hmm.
The environment friendly. To produce it, people doesn't understand.
Yeah. Great. And right along with their citizen guardian, overabundance goes right along with greed.
Yeah.
I know some celebrities that still live in a they don't live in a mansion. They like live in a normal house. I've seen celebrities, I'm like, oh my God, I can't remember who was it. I can't remember who it was. It was a celebrity, and they just like live in a normal house. And I'm like, you're the first.
we have a few here in Michigan, and it's their summer house, but you wouldn't know. And I mean, it's a big mansion kind of house, but you wouldn't know them from people who are big business owners or things like that. I mean, they go to the grocery store all by themselves and buy their own groceries when they're here.
That's right, Doc P. Moo Poo does sound better. Thank you.
Well, we are the poop truth, no?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are all about the poop talk.
You may take it, but don't answer it and don't put on the volume. So if you're gonna,
Yeah, we use chicken manure, Mennonite farmhouse, on our garden, and so yeah. If anything, I think manure really actually helps. Manure, I wouldn't say cow farts, I mean, but manure and animal waste can be used for so many things, and so especially in the garden, and yeah. Oh, looks like Abby's using the snake emoji. Thank you so much.
I have a rabbit that's just a pet because I
Mhm.
just want it to produce rabbit pellets for my garden.
Yeah.
And he's just our pet, and he is not food, but he has a
I,
purpose.
I had a rabbit for more than 20 years.
Aw.
The
Oh.
big rabbit, the giant.
The Flemish.
Yeah, the big one.
Thanks for
They're so
lurking,
cute.
Q, and hello, LP. Thank you for coming
Just
in
use
and
it.
hanging out with us.
But
Sorry.
what's funny, I call them pichon. Pichon in Spanish is
Tequila?
no.
Sorry,
It's
couldn't help myself.
the young of the chicken.
Mm.
I am
So
feeling much.
something that big, I call it something that small.
Thank you, LP. I'm feeling much better.
Hey, Heavens. Thanks for coming in. Hey, did you guys know that anyone in this chat can be a Poop Troop member? Only 99 cents a month, guys. You can become a Poop Troop member. We have members only chats. We just have so much fun together. Members only chats and giveaways. You can get all those cool little emojis, stuff like that. So check it out if you get a chance. Homestead Family Reclaim. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out with us.
By the
we're-
way, I have a new idea for you for new emoji.
Oh, yeah?
You can do the eggplant with the peach, with the no, like the stop sign, like no jocularity.
I have a J for jocularity, or jocularity, by the way.
Yes, but it's too small. I didn't say what it is.
Oh. Yeah, it is pretty small, isn't it? I got to come up with a new J, apparently. So anyway, yeah. Do you have anything you want to add about the canning process, and Tammy?
No, but us Rebelcanners can G all the time, and it's really easy.
Yeah.
It's really easy.
I just, for the first time, that's I tried that ghee, and it was like amazing. My husband even bought another thing of it. He's like, I love this stuff. He's like, we can't go out without it. I'm like,
And
okay.
Remember, butter always goes on sale here in the United States. Right now, here in November and December is the cheapest time you'll get butter outside of Easter weekend.
Yeah.
So load up right now and can some ghee because it's so much cheaper to make it yourself.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We have stores here called Marks. And they have butter, like huge things of butter that I can buy. And I'm considering it because I actually even like the taste of regular butter anyway. So
I only use regular butter. Unsalted.
for cookie making. Yeah, my mom uses regular butter for cookie making, and oh my god, it's so good. It's so good.
They actually put pictures of the different fats. If you use them, how your chocolate chip cookies will turn out from really puffy down to like flat little pancakes. So it depends on which fat you use. Some people are like, I don't know why my chocolate chip cookies always look so bad. You might want to look at that chart because it tells you. I mean, it literally, depending on how tall they are, right down to being like spread out.
Yeah.
I use coconut butter for my chocolate chip cookies. Coconut oil.
Coconut oil is another good thing.
Yeah.
Abby was wondering if you. She's like, wait, I think she said if you can mince garlic, you can mince garlic and pureed onions.
I have never canned plain pureed onions. I've done caramelized onions, which has turned out really, really good. But yes, you can can minced garlic. You just have to bend the rules a little bit. But I do can onions. I just put them in everything. I don't can them by themselves.
My neighbors, Mennonite farmhouse. My neighbors are Mennonite, and I love when they make food. She makes this pumpkin bread. She'll bring it over. Oh my god, it's the best pumpkin bread I have ever had in my life. Oh my god, it is so good.
Pickled red onions.
Doc P, I would do a episode on canning ghee, but it is not regulated with the food administration. So if I did it on YouTube, I could get turned in. So I have to be really careful with, that kind of stuff. I have to do things that are regulated.
Now.
Yeah. So you can't show how to do stuff like that. Do you
check out
it?
My channel.
Yeah, check out Tammy's channel. But I know someone that did ghee and they got turned in. So I heard. And so you have to be careful.
If they can make it and sell it in the store.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like, that's weird. Yes. Tammy also has a giant Facebook group. She has several. So you can check that out as well. Oh, after this, I'm going to Dunkin' Donuts. He can't stop me. I was going to say, watch Tammy. Yeah.
Thanks, Q Kitchen and Beyond.
Is it a secret recipe for the pumpkin's bread, or do they have the touch? I don't know. I don't know if it's a secret recipe. I don't know what she does, but when I get the loaf, it is moist. It's kind of sticky. It's like,
usually
I don't know.
That type of recipes came from generations.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's fabulous. And her husband actually was Amish. So I'm sure there's like a lot of things that they do that are just, wonderful. Their cooking is probably fabulous. I'm not stereotyping in any way, but usually Amish and Mennonite people can cook like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
My great-great-grandmother was Amish, and they came here to Michigan in 1882, and there was no church here. And she only spoke German at home until World War I, at which point she only spoke English. But she still wore the full garb, and she's the one that taught my grandmother to cook, because she raised my mother. And so I've been very lucky to have a lot of her recipes.
Yeah, you are lucky. That is amazing. Yeah, I have a lot of my great-grandmother's recipes that I had acquired over this last year. And one of them was how to make homemade ketchup. And I just tried my homemade ketchup yesterday for the first time. And it was delicious.
Are you talking about challah bread? I think they're asking you about, I think it's challah bread they're talking about. It comes in a ring.
Yes, and it was the challah. We have two type.
Uh-huh.
We have like big, like you do in your hair, like
braided.
And the one it's like a big squared loaf. Like, and the squared one it's more firm, and the breaded one it's more fluffy.
Abby, I would advise not making homemade ketchup. I mean, make it if that's what you want to experience for the first time and that's what you want to do. However, it takes a lot of tomatoes. So what I would do is wait till you have canned everything that you have possibly could can for the year. And then if you have tomatoes left over at the end of the year, then make your ketchup. Like do your stewed tomatoes, your V8 juices and all of that first. And then make your ketchup last because it takes a whole bushel of tomatoes for me after I cooked them down and made them into a ketchup. It was like literally 3 pints. So I thought, oh, I'm gonna make my own homemade ketchup. You know, it was wonderful, but it took almost 2 days to cook it down, and I didn't get that much out of it. So, Mennonite Farmhouse, what state do you live in? If you live in Ohio, I might consider. You might have a new friend.
Ketchup had fish ferment in it.
Yeah, ketchups weren't originally what we think of, what we call ketchup now. They were a fermented. They were not. Most of them weren't even made with fruit. So a lot of them were more like a Worcestershire sauce with a fermented fish, or They used a lot of fermented mushrooms or fermented walnuts to make a catsup.
No tomatoes, no nothing.
No, tomatoes are a very recent thing.
When they took the fish, they put the tomato.
I like MSG. Me and MSG, we get along. I always tell everybody, I'm like, can I have some more of that Chinese food? Can you, I don't know, slap some more MSG on there for me? Thank you. I don't care. It's salty and yeah. I know I'm weird.
That makes me so sick. You can have yours and mine because I'm never eating that again.
Citizen Guardian says, really love listening to the conversation about canning. I know so little about it. Reason for me being silent on the topic. Well, that's okay. You can ask 101 questions right now because we have the Rebel Canner in the house. Evans Essential says, when she goes back to Israel, I am bringing an extra suitcase for the bread. Oh my God. I would probably, if I went to Israel, I would come back weighing 100 pounds more. I know I would. The bread, it's like the bread in itself.
You'll see a canner and some jars and some lids in that suitcase on the way over. Then you can empty it out for the bread.
Then my next video after the premiere is pita bread.
Ooh, that's so good. Oh, Mennonite Farmhouse, you guys are so cute.
I make naan, and I hadn't made it in 20 some years, and I made it this summer. We have a missionary that was here from India, and he had been here for 2 years and hadn't had a home cooked meal. And so I was at camp as the nurse, and I said, okay, I will make you a home cooked Indian meal. So I made him naan, and I made him chicken curry, which he asked for. And he could not believe that it tasted like his mom's. He's like,
nice.
He was his birthday, and he called his mom and said, "You're not going to believe this. All I wanted was a meal like yours, and this woman cooked me Sister Tammy cooked me a home cooked meal."
Oh my God, Tammy, you're just so amazing. You're such an amazing person. I love you.
Yes, Enoch. And then he taught me how to make chai tea, which we still are drinking now.
Yeah.
Brad. His bread at Homeland is really good.
Yes.
Chai tea, the original is a little spicy.
I did garlic. I made a garlic naan. But I need to learn how to make pita bread. So hurry up with that video so I can watch it and learn how to make pita bread.
FYI, there's a couple people that were in this chat, and there, I think Citizen Guardian is still here. Thorhaven Farm is really, really close to 1K, and Citizen Guardian is really, 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 really close to 1K. So if you guys aren't familiar with their channels, can you please go over there and subscribe and watch some of their videos, because they are so close to getting their 1K subscribers, and that would really mean a lot for them. So head on over to Citizen Guardian and like and subscribe, and Thorhaven Farm.
Your husband is here.
Yep, he's upstairs. He's here, but he's upstairs sleeping. Well, he was supposed to be sleeping.
I just saw your video about the end of the garden and him chasing your chickens around.
That was freaking hilarious, wasn't it?
Yeah.
My Easter eggers are just wild. Henrietta and Marge, that's their names. Henrietta, like, you can't. She's just wild. Like, you go out there. I hand feed my birds so that they're a little more friendly, and you go out there and I'll hand feed Valentino. He's my rooster, and I was like, yeah, I talk so sweet to him because he's such a doll. And Henrietta will come up, bump him out of the way, like, come up. She'll peck your fingers. She'll eat. She's hostile, and she's very hard to catch. You can't catch her, and when you do catch her, she's like, she don't like to be touched. Which is good, I guess, because I don't want anything eating her. So I guess for her being that way is really good. And that's why I don't play with my birds too much, because I don't want them to be too friendly. But anyway, we had to use a net to catch our birds, because if not, we wouldn't be able to catch them. So we caught them in...
You don't have an ugly bird. None of your bird is ugly.
Yeah, I love all my birds. And they all have different personalities too. And so we caught Henrietta, and she finally got a hen saddle. I had to sew the hen saddle to make it fit tighter on her so that it wouldn't flop off, because that's where I had an issue, is when I put it on her and she would just pull it right back off. She hated it. Now it's staying on, so hopefully she'll be more protected and she can start growing some of her feathers back, because she's starting to look pretty shabby. So, oh yeah, Rico, his name is Rico Suave, and he has another male counterpart. There's 2 males and 2 females, but everyone gets along. But yeah, Rico's my favorite. And when I was in the garden, I stopped videoing because I was working, but I was in the garden and I look over and he's sitting on the gate. He just sits on the gate and he looks at me. I love that turkey. He's just like, hey, what's up? All of them do that, but then my husband was backing in the driveway. Oh, I don't like him doing this. My husband was back in the trailer in the driveway, and all the turkeys jumped out of the fenced area and like ran up to my husband. Like, yeah, they follow. That's why we love turkeys so much, is because they follow us around like dogs.
Well, I told you my brother had one he used to take to the corner store every day, and they'd get a cup of coffee and a glass of water. Turkey'd ride in the car.
That's hilarious. But yeah, I just love them to death. Yeah, that's so cute that a bird would do that, though. I haven't gone that far. Like, I see people bring their birds and stuff into their houses, and I'm like, I can't do that. They poop way too much. I think they seriously, they poop like every 20 minutes or something like that. I'm like, I can't do that. But they're cute. The turkeys are just adorable. Thanks Threads and Jars for subscribing to my channel. Appreciate ya.
The poop of the birds, it's more acidic because
gross.
They don't pee.
Yeah. It's gross. So, But yeah, so they're super cute, and right now they have purple and pink, and all my chickens, they have purple and pink and blue and hen saddles on them right now, protecting them. So, Doc P, you throwing out your one-liners again? But yeah, so, but anyway, what else were we talking about? Butter's great, and like I canned my potatoes, and that was fabulous. Oh, thank you, Mennonite Farmhouse, for subbing to Citizen Guardian. That's great. They're great people, and I really, really hope you enjoy their content.
Oh, thank you, Gardener Josh.
That's what the poop troop is supposed to be doing.
Like
so
close again. I need to do some lives now. I'm gonna just start doing a live at least once a week and get maybe a couple times a week and get my hours in.
Thanks for subscribing, you guys. Thank you for getting me up there. I think I was at 1250, so thank you so much. And like I said, you guys can become Poop Troop members. 99 cents a month. That's like $12 a year. That's a Big Mac meal. That's 2 cups of coffee at Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Dunkin' Donuts is really more popular around here than Starbucks. So that's, 2 cups of coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. Iced coffee, by the way. I know that for a fact because I go through there. So, you can become a Poop Troop member, join our group. We have a lot of fun. We do a lot of members only chats. You can get in those emojis. You can, just hang out with us because we love everybody. And so we always have a lot of fun. I love your lives this week, Tammy, said Citizen Guardian. Oh, that's so nice. Yes, you won't be disappointed in the members area. Yep, that's true, Gardener Josh. We're just like one giant family. So, yeah, they're talking about beeswax in the chat. You have your own.
I made my own furniture polish with beeswax.
Oh yeah,
I did the butcher block table myself because I wanted one for butchering my own animals, and I wanted it finished my own way. So I bought a blank butcher block, and then I refinished it with linseed oil, and then sealed it with beeswax.
Well, that's cool. That's really cool.
From my own bees.
Oh, there you go.
Who have all absconded once again, and now I'm beeless again.
Oh.
So next spring I get to buy hives again.
Wow. Okay. I wanted to buy ladybugs for my garden.
Mm-hmm.
I was told not to buy them because it's a waste. But I still want to buy ladybugs when I'm in my garden. I wanted to so bad. But I don't want Asian beetles. I don't want that. But I still want to do that. I want to buy like 1,000 ladybugs and set them free. I don't know why, but I just do.
It's sort of like, be free, my friends.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're born in captivity. Here you go.
Well, yeah, if they don't have any aphids or anything to eat, they'll just fly away and they'll go to your neighbor's garden.
They'll keep going until they find an aphid.
Yeah. So I'm really just buying them for whoever.
Who has rose bushes? Because that's where you're going to find the aphids.
Yeah. Who was it? Oh, the chat's going by fast. Wow. Because many people subscribe and don't watch many videos. Yes, that's true. But with the Poop Troop, if you get in with the Poop Troop, we will watch your stuff too. We have a certain amount of people outside of the Poop Troop that we watch their stuff because they're like honored members without being members. So we'll go over there, we'll watch their stuff. But being a Poop Troop member, we're all friends and stuff and we'll watch each other's stuff. So that helps with the hours too. And then you'll get, somebody crazy like Josh who will just play your stuff on replay all day long for like 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So, you'll get monetized real quick.
You just have to put the work in, which is where I failed.
Hey, Gunslinger. Good to see you in here, dude. Thanks for coming in. Hanging out with us. Yeah. So, Lord, this weather has been absolutely crazy. And I'm getting a headache and my teeth are starting to hurt. Like, whenever the weather changes, my teeth up here and my jaw and like right here, it starts to hurt and I get a headache like right up in here and it like never goes away.
Sinuses.
Homestead Aquarius, I still don't understand why you're not a Poop Troop member. Like, I don't get it. 99 cents a month and you can get not the discount poop, okay? No discount poop. Demeter Solace. Demeter Solace. Thank you for coming in. We're doing great. It's good to see you in here, dude. Or woman, man, chica. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us.
What is your preferred pronoun?
I don't have one. I just call whoever or whatever. However, I do feel bad because Vitra, that always comes in here, we've been calling him a her for months now. And finally they spoke up and said, "Hey, I'm actually a man." And I'm like, oh, I felt like such an a-hole. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. We love you. Thank you for sticking around, even though we've been calling you a she this entire time. So we love you. And I'm sorry. Hey, Bob.
Good morning.
How you doing, sweetie?
Working on coffee number 2.
Ooh.
Homestead Family Reclaim. There's a lot of us in here that would take you up on that animal poop. If you want to ship it to my house in the country, I need some for my garden this fall.
Because of things that are going on right now, guys, I have to revamp my Poop Troop shirt. So I'm going to offer one day only, and that is going to be tomorrow. I'm opening up the Poop Troop. So if anybody wants the original Poop Troop shirt, you have to get it tomorrow. Other than that, it's going to be gone, and I have to have a new design. So I'm putting out a new design. Viper's going to help me with it. And we're going to get that out there. So if you want original Poop Troop member shirt, you have to go to Redbubble tomorrow. I'm going to take it off of private and put it out there. And then you can get a Poop Troop shirt. However, I have to change some things on it. And it didn't help that it got reported. And then once that happened, then there were some other things that followed. So I'm just letting you know that the Poop Troop shirt is going to be no longer as of tomorrow, and I will have to come up with a new design. However, I already have that new design. I already shared it with Viper, and it will probably be out sometime next week.
Viper's the expert on that topic. He's good.
He is good.
That's
He's
the
very
only
good.
Shirt?
That is the only Poop Troop shirt that I have. Yes.
No, that's the only shirt that got issues.
Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
That is the only shirt that has issues. Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's very interesting. I feel like Sherlock Holmes when I say that. I need a pipe. Yes, people are too sensitive, and my book. I have people from all walks of life that come up here, from all different religions, and guess what? We all get along.
Oh no, the government says we're divided. I believe that the news is there to help you.
Says CNN.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree with you, Courtney. I mean, my area is mixed. Every race and religion. Not many Jewish people here. Only in the big cities, but We've got Sikhs, we've got Muslims, we've got
By the way, I think
everybody
Sikhs are so freaking cool.
those are some big, strong guys. Man.
I would really like to learn more. I would
I don't know
really.
what it is.
You don't
They're
know
from-
what a Sikh is?
They're
Okay.
from India. They've got usually a long beard and they'll wear a turban.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the men, 99% of them in my area, the men, they are big, broad-shouldered guys. I mean, they're
I
stout.
don't think they're allowed to cut their hair either.
Right.
No.
That's why
Yeah.
they put
That's
a
why they wear the
turban on
turban.
top of it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, they're
I think
smart,
they're so cool.
smart business owners.
Yeah.
Oh, they're good. They're very intelligent people.
I've always had, I don't know why, but I've always had a deep connection with people from India. I don't know why. I've always thought they were so cool, and
Mhm.
I've always respected people that came from that area of the country.
Because Bob
world.
accent.
What?
Because Bob accent.
What's that?
You have
I don't know.
respect for the Indian people because Bob accent.
My
Oh.
accent?
Oh, you're
I-
killing me.
I think I know what you were talking about.
You guys are crazy. But yeah, so I want to get back on the subject of canning, and then we can, after the subject of canning is gone, we can still chat it up. Bob, have you ever canned anything?
My mother did my entire childhood. We had 1 acre of land, and about a third of it was under cultivation. And we grew all of our own food.
That's
Except
cool.
we had to buy like flour, beef. Sometimes we would trade when one of my neighbors would slaughter a cow. We'd go over there and help out, and they'd hand us some raw meat, and help them buck hay onto the trucks and all that. I grew up in the farming community, and most of us had 1 to 5 acres, and it was neighbors, always helping neighbors. That's how it was back in the 70s, and I'm sure it's still like that in some places. I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I have a nice network of people here, and we help each other.
Yeah, in Canning, well, we didn't live very far from my grandmother and grandfather. My dad took good care of his parents. My mom's family was down in Florida. My mom and dad married during World War II, so she went with dad here. I remember so many Sunday afternoon dinner. My mom always made Sunday afternoon dinner to bring his dad and mom over, and we would sit there with large paper bags full of like green beans and peas, and we'd just sit there and talk as a family and cut beans and shell the peas and as a family after we ate. That was good memories because it really brought the family close together by producing food and canning. But I love your guys' canning videos. I love seeing that because there's lots of people who want to learn how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And your guys' canning videos are awesome because you just go sanitary, step by step by step.
Yeah.
I love that, Oh yeah, I never did canning because Mom would run us out of the kitchen. You little snot-nosed booger pickers, get out of the kitchen now! Go!
Yeah.
Get out of the way!
Yeah, because when you're canning, well, it's for me anyway. I have everything wiped down and sanitized, so you don't want little kids touching everything.
Absolutely.
And also you handle with heat.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dad made a huge cutting board, and Mom would set that big one down on top of the kitchen counter, so the hot jars coming out, she would boil them and sanitize them and put them on that. And then after she would can everything, she'd put it on that board so it wouldn't warp the kitchen counter, with that massive amount of heat. Oh, I've been around canning, but I live in the suburbs now, and I'm in a rental house, and I don't have space to grow anything, which is,
Yeah.
I dig those videos. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love to see that people are still doing that.
Oh, thanks, Bob. That's awesome.
Do you know the number one thing I save money canning?
What?
Mushrooms, and I don't grow a one. I mean, I've just now got into. I have mushroom logs. I have shiitake, blue oyster.
Nice.
I planted king strabismus. I
I
literally
love
had a mountain of wood chips delivered, and I
Me too.
put king strabismus in it. 3 bags of culture that I bought at the farmer's market. Spread it in
Nice.
that, and then I'm gonna spread those wood chips all over in the shade in my garden. But the number one thing I save money on is I watch the stores, and when they put the mushrooms that are already sliced and ready on half price, I buy them up and can them. I
Good.
say that's the biggest money saver for me right there.
Smart lady right there. Smart lady.
So you can live in the suburbs and can. You don't have to grow a single thing to can your own food.
Good suggestion. Soon we'll be living in the tropics, and I can grow vegetables in large clay pots in the tropics. That's what I'm really looking. I guess Mrs. bought land over there too for gardening. She's saving it for a surprise for me, so, or maybe a grave if I piss her off,
The number one thing I'm jealous of the market in the US is in Israel we don't have the discount shelf,
Oh.
half price or something like that.
Really?
They prefer to get it lost or
I get it. I get it. That's a shame, man.
it's stupid.
It is.
But
It is stupid.
because of the law, because the law make the company that the products is still on the shelf, they receive it and then they give it money back from the supermarket,
Huh.
and that's the reason.
I see. Yeah, I get you.
You're cracking me up, Gil. You don't have to schmooze me. You don't have to schmooze me. You can just drop your stuff in the chat, Gil. I'm trying to get my husband really likes mushrooms. I don't, but I'm trying to get him into it. So I bought him some cultures, some shiitake mushrooms, and I bought him an oyster mushroom kit, and then I bought him some books on how to cultivate mushrooms. So I'm hoping that he really gets into it, and it would be even cooler if we could grow them and sell them, because then cash.
Did you try fried mushroom and butter?
He can cut a 12-inch log, put in several plugs, cover it with beeswax again. That beeswax is handy. And you can sell those for $25 a piece, every 12-inch log.
Wow.
And it only has to be like that big around.
Nice.
Cool.
And you take those to the farmer's market and you can sell them all day long around here.
Bonus.
Yeah, they're called spores. Sorry, honey.
Yeah. But you get the plugs. I do
Yeah.
the plugs. They're easier to deal with.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get into that, and he can, start, because what he wants to do is we want to lay wood chips all in the garden, and we'll start growing them in the garden,
That's what I did with the big red king strabismus. I've never even tried them. I can't find them here for sale. So when I got the chance to grab the spore, because I tried the liquid spore, I got a tube of liquid spore and it never came up. So this time I got the sawdust spore.
So you don't like mushroom gravy?
Oh, I love mushrooms.
I don't like any. See, that's the thing is, like, I'll eat mushrooms if it's necessary, like if it's on a pizza, like, and I can't just pick it off, like I'll eat mushrooms. I won't just go out there and seek mushrooms. Like, I won't go out there and be like, I would like some mushrooms on my steak, please. No.
That's really a big event here in Washington State. Is picking wild mushrooms. It's
Thanks.
Yeah.
you know, a lot of families go out and do it all together and gather it up. There's different types, chanterelles, and I don't know enough about them. I don't want to pick
It's
the
very
wrong
dangerous.
one.
You need to.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, Mrs. had a patient that destroyed his kidneys. Oh, her kidneys. It was a grandfather out in the woods with his granddaughter.
Mm.
He was too old to be out there doing that, and he taught his granddaughter what happened to Corky. Well,
Click the wrong button again.
and Yossi.
Sorry, guys, my power. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, everything's just stopped. So
Weird.
We're good.
Yeah. But
yeah,
the-
what were you saying? I'm sorry.
Okay, there was a grandfather taught his granddaughter the type of mushrooms to pick and eat.
Yeah.
He was too old to be out there. His mind wasn't clear. Taught her to pick the wrong ones, and so they went home after, and they ate them, and they wound up with poisoning. And the grandfather, he died. He couldn't
Oh.
resist. And the granddaughter, she has to be taking dialysis treatment for the rest of her life because it killed her kidneys. So it's like for me, it's like I'm pretty sure that's a chanterelle there on the forest floor, but I'm not sure. But we're going to leave it right there.
Yeah.
I'm
That's why.
not taking it, man.
That's
Very
why
important.
growing them yourself
Then you would know.
is
Yeah.
better because
Right, right.
and you know
Mhm.
what, that's how I am with growing medicinal herbs as well.
Mhm.
I don't want to make that mistake
Yeah.
when I'm out there. Like I don't want to, specifically like there's two huge things like poison hemlock and wild carrots, right? You pick the wrong one and you're dead.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
So-
It's very important if you go to the forest,
Mhm.
especially for something like that. There's so many books they can tell you and picture what it is.
But if I haven't been taught hands-on, I'm not touching it.
yeah.
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 And I will only try one new thing a year, maybe two, to make sure that I'm not allergic to it.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
So
That's good thinking.
Don't just go out there and, okay, I'm going foraging today and I'm going to pick 7 new things and I'm going to try 7 new things. That's a recipe for death.
Oh, yeah. True. Very good thinking. Very good thinking.
There is a mushroom society here in Michigan, and the leading expert is a nun, and she's been an expert for many, many years. And she has taken me my whole life. I've done spring mushrooms, which are morels, and beefsteaks. And a lot of people will tell you the beefsteaks are poisonous, and you really need to know your mushroom because you get a bad one. You pick one perfectly good mushroom grown in the wrong spot, and it can make you very sick.
Yeah.
And so she's taken me on 2 foraging trips for fall mushrooms. And I'll just grow them rather than necessarily go out. But I'm at the point where I'm comfortable because I've had enough hands-on class after 2 classes, but not comfortable enough to just go get just anything.
Yeah. I'm glad you guys a little while ago when we're talking about people are under the delusion that you can go out hunting in the woods and I'll go get a deer. And I was a deer hunter from a teenager all the way up into my 30s. And this, what you guys are doing by canning your own food and putting it away is a guarantee you're going to eat. But a lot of people are delusional. I'll just go get my grandpa's rifle and go kill a deer. Well, good luck, buddy. I was a good hunter. Birds, coyotes, deer. When I'm deer hunting, most of the time I got skunked. I never saw one. But I usually came home with meat because I would kill a grouse and then bring a grouse home and eat. But
What does that taste like? Grouse.
It's not
good?
chicken. It's good. Oh yeah. If it wasn't tasty, I wouldn't. And it's they say snake tastes like chicken, and many other animals. But grouse is different. It has a good flavor, but the most delicious is quail. Oh, it is delicious. But
Because
the
the
bird
fat-
is. Yeah, they are. They're covered
Gotta
in
have
fat.
like 4 to make it, more than a chicken.
Yeah, yeah. When you cook them up, they're only like tiny, but the flavor is oh.
Yeah, mushrooms can do threads and jars. Mushrooms don't touch them unless you know
Yeah.
what they are, because
There's no
they
amount
can
of book learning that prepares
Yeah.
you. You need hands-on teaching.
exactly, because they can kill you instantly. Or they can do major things to you. They can kill your
there's
liver, kill your
mushroom,
kidneys.
very similar. The poison and not poison. If you don't have the experience, you're not gonna tell the difference.
Yeah.
And
No.
I'm comfortable doing it here where I live, but I wouldn't drive down to Courtney's and forage.
That makes sense.
The area, even though we're not that far apart in distance, it's not necessarily you can have, like, I know there's no lookalikes here. But if I went to Tennessee, I don't know that there's not a lookalike down in Tennessee.
I get it. I get that. I do understand that. Mhm.
You really need to know if there's something that looks alike. That
Yeah,
isn't-
exactly. I wanted to touch on something real quick. Monday Night Farm has said she's afraid to do a video of my canning pantry. Don't do a video of your canning pantry ever. That's where a lot of people, if they're showing you videos of their canning pantry, they're not a prepper. And I'll tell you that straight up. Because why? Because you're just announcing to the world what exactly you have stored. And most preppers and prepping communities are like pirates. So you really need to watch what you putting out there. It's okay to show somebody how to can and how to preserve, but do not show your preserves. Do not show any. That's
I'm not a prepper by any means.
Yeah.
But I have stuff because I'm a cook. I have plenty of water, I have plenty of stuff, and I'm never gonna show it.
Yeah. The closest I ever came to doing something like that was showing what will get you through a weekend. A jar of peanut butter, some pancake mix, some crackers, and I do have food stored. I did show the box that I made to store some of it. I weld. So I showed one. I don't show everything. I showed one box, a steel box that I made out of bed frames and scrap tools. You can't get into that, honey, unless you got a key. I did show that, but I've got stuff, and none of my neighbors know that I'm a prepper. They just know I'm that weirdo who sits in his shop all the time. Is not very friendly. That's it.
My neighbors don't even know my tiny house is a house and that people live there.
Yeah.
They didn't know that the guy lived there before me.
Really? Oh, that's nice, man. That's nice.
My closest neighbor asked me when I bought the place, I'm like, well, I bought it to camp. And she's like, oh, what kind of unit are you bringing in? And I just looked at it like, I'm going to sleep in my tent. Thank you. She's like,
3,000. Did you see what Dustin put up? You smart ass. 3,000 rolls of toilet paper.
Let me show you my prepping skills. Here's my bunker with 3,000 rolls of TP. When crap hits the fan, all I have to eat is paper. What?
I bought some of the toilet paper for Courtney.
Oh, thanks.
No, because the paper says buy my toilet paper.
It does. My PayPal says buy me toilet paper.
Buy my toilet paper, yeah.
But that's not because of prepping needs. That's because we're the poop troop. Oh Lord.
I think I've mentioned this before in a video or something that, we go, well, my wife's Filipino and we go back there. 90% of the population cannot afford toilet paper. That's the way it is. So you learn how to squat over the toilet, and it's like a large ladle and a bucket of water next to the toilet. And usually there's a water faucet and a bar of soap. So go ahead and run out of toilet paper, guys. I know how to do it with soap and water. I learned the hard way. I made a mess the first couple times, but their toilet paper comes in a little packet of tissue, and you can carry that in your pocket, or the ladies will carry it in their purse. You go there and you wash off after you're done, and then use the tissue to dry.
To tell you the truth, I don't use toilet paper more than a year. Since I got injured, I need to get in the shower because I can't reach my hand back there.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to put hot water so I can reach.
I get it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You're actually cleaner.
Yeah.
It's cleaner than paper.
I hike the Appalachian Trail every year. Well, not recently, but for a while I was doing serial hikes. And there's no way I'm carrying toilet paper.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't be provided by nature with leaves, oh well.
And India also, they don't have a toilet paper.
Correct.
They use the left hand to clean up and the right hand to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna see an Indian eat with the left hand.
Yep, that's right. Filipinos are not like that, where they'll eat with both. But I think that's a cultural thing in India. Yeah.
Hey, Giggles.
It's
actually
a thing.
Mm-hmm. But I'm glad you ladies are showing how to do canning, and that's awesome. People need to learn that stuff, very good advice, Courtney. Don't show everything you've got. You notice where I film, right here in my machine shop.
Well, not everybody's going to be as kind. Like the Poot Troop that we have here, everybody's so kind, and we really we love each other genuinely. I think that's why we get passionate at times, is because we do love each other, but it's tough. We talk, but outside of this community, there's
there are a lot of shifty people out there.
Yeah, you just have to be really careful.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go public, you don't go only to the people who subscribe to you.
Yeah.
You go to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah. And we've, like I said, we've created a really awesome little community here, and I absolutely love everybody, Tammy, however, if you guys can subscribe to Rebelcanners, please do so and get her up in hours. Citizen Guardian is another one who needs probably hours as well. Subscribe to them, get them up there. They are really close to 1,000 subscribers, and they'll probably need hours too. So play their stuff on replay, and get them up there. Tammy is an excellent canner. On her programs and stuff, she'll teach you how to do that if you go over there and watch some of her videos.
Mm-hmm.
So she is a really, really great canner, guys, and I consider her one of the experts. So.
Yeah. Along with that, I'll touch on that same subject of secrecy stuff. I do show some of my firearms and me and the family practicing at the pistol range. That is a way of me showing out there to the public. Go to the neighbors. Don't come here.
Yeah.
If you want to, because I live surrounded by thousands of people. Don't come to this house with the thoughts of doing harm. It's not going to be easy.
You knock on my door uninvited, and you're going to hear
Cha-chink. Yes, sir. Hello. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. But There are some really good channels out there you can learn a ton from of any topic. Any topic. You know, I respect that. I think Courtney froze. No.
No. I was just reading Homestead Aquarius's thing. Said I didn't want my neighbors to know I had a channel. That info got out.
Right.
And had sketchy neighbor ask me for an inventory of my commercial rare plants. No thanks.
No. My neighbors don't know what I do any prepping.
That's when you hand them a list of your inventory of your TP. I have 3,000 rolls.
3,000 rolls of toilet paper. Oh my God. Dustin.
I gave my neighbor an inventory of my rare plants and told him if he ran them over again, this is how much this one's cost, this is how much that one cost me, and that one's how much that one cost me. And if he ran over another one again, he's getting a bill.
Yeah, that's smart.
It's easier for him to get in his backyard through my driveway and then right across where I kept planting chestnut trees. And he took out 2 chestnut trees at $25 a piece.
Oh no, that sucks.
Yeah,
so
that's not good.
For these 2 are on me. The next 2, you're getting the bill. Oh, okay. He's still, I mean, you can see the tracks. And then his truck is in the backyard. The tracks go right across my high grass to his truck.
Giggles prep.
Uh-oh. Courtney's MIA. I like Citizens Guardian channel. They are a good couple. They're informative and they're very polite people. I like their channel. I dig it.
Yeah. Angela Casey. Yes, I know who you are now. Thank you for announcing that though, because I didn't know who Giggles Prep was. So appreciate you. Sorry, my internet is being very, very strange right now. And FYI, I was told that we're supposed to have some kind of solar flare on Saturday. It's supposed to be the biggest one that's happened in a long time. So FYI, if you guys have anything planned on the internet on Saturday or even Sunday, just look out for that because it might not happen. You know,
okay.
And right now my internet is actually acting up, and it's never done this like 2 times in a row like this. So just be careful out there. Technology is not going to, it's not going to work very well this weekend.
Oh, Vineyard Chicks, hi, welcome.
Aw, hey KK. Good to see you, sweetheart.
Courtney, Gil wants the link.
Yep, I'm sending it to him right now.
Well, I'll just have a good book or something to read or a project waiting in the shop if we get a solar flare. And well, I've always got something going on here in the shop. So
yeah, I don't know exactly how much it's going to affect, but I think they said it's enough to affect radios and stuff. So so just be careful out there, guys, because your stuff, if you have something seriously planned like a show or something, it's probably is not going to happen.
I have only my premiere.
that's on Saturday, Yossi?
Yeah.
I'm sub to you, but I haven't gotten much feed from your channel. I watched your first video, but
I did after that one more of my setup. And now the premiere.
Okay, good. You're a good guy, man. I'll watch your videos.
Thank you.
King Koopa,
Yeah, we
I would
love
eat
you, Yossi.
ramen noodles if they were the last thing on earth. I'd eat dirt first.
I like ramen. You don't like ramen?
We're back to 1 molecule away from plastic, and maybe not even a molecule away. There might be plastic in.
I make my own pasta.
Yeah, I love to make my own pasta. I stay away from pasta in general, and I don't eat ramen. But you know, when I was younger, I would eat ramen. But I try to stay away from pastas and stuff like that. And unfortunately, I stay away from bread. Yeah. Oh yeah, in college. In college, though, I was one of those people. I would get everything for free. I don't know why, but I would get coffees for free. I don't know what. I don't know if I was just. I don't know.
Because you're pretty, Corky. That's why.
But yeah, I would always get stuff for free.
Hey, Kiki.
Not my cat.
Hey, correction on that CME stuff. The CME is supposed to hit Sunday.
Sunday?
Okay.
Okay, I thought it was Saturday.
Saturday, we're getting more of the protons coming in. Basically, we're getting hit by protons now.
That's why my internet's acting up.
And we've been getting hit by them since yesterday afternoon. And the
That
protons are
explains it.
continuing to hit,
Yes.
and the peak of protons is dropping off. There's supposed to be a bump in the solar winds Saturday, but the CME hits Sunday, and it's Sunday noonish, and the same thing. And the solar winds and the CME stuff, like the solar winds tomorrow, will be worse between 11 and 1 o'clock your local time, because that's when you're facing the sun the most.
Yeah.
And so that's what's on that. So even this afternoon, I expect to see be having some problems with my live with Doc Bones and Nurse Amy.
Yeah.
Because that's only 2 o'clock my time, and 2 o'clock my time. So I'm just getting past that window.
Yeah. But you know what? You're also in the northern hemisphere. You're going to be pushed away from the sun to some extent versus the southern hemisphere, which has flip-flopped right now. So you might not get as much as what people are in the southern hemisphere.
Oh yeah, Brazil and Colombia and Chile are getting hammered.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it.
All right, I don't know if you guys caught what was going on in the chat.
What's up?
When you were talking about mushrooms, my gray man, I put in there, I'm sorry, you are what you eat, and I am not a fungus. And Carol comes back immediately with, oh, but Gil, you're such a fun guy.
Fishes. I've got some. I'm gonna beat. What's hitting us right now, Gil? Was it gamma or what?
Right now, we're getting a little bit of the protons. We are getting some solar waves. But hey, guys, yesterday afternoon, Suspicious Observers put out one as soon as it happens, and he explained everything that's going on. Then this morning, when he came out this morning, it was an update of that, and he showed exactly what was going on. This morning's one had even better footage because some of the satellites didn't get everything updated with what they took until late in the night. And what he put up there this morning was like, "Ooh, that is so cool! That is so beautiful and deadly."
I got a copy.
When it was going to one, when it showed the CME burst, was the one where it has the blockout spot over the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you saw the big thing coming off in the direction of Earth. You also saw an echo wave going off the other direction because it went everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've got sheets of copper and brass. I'm going to knock those protons right out of my house, man.
Okay, just wear your tinfoil hat.
This is copper, honey.
Oh.
Hey, Bob, I got bad news for you.
What?
The protons go right through copper, lead. One thing they don't go through is water. And in the deep things where they dig a deep shaft and put the instruments down in there, they fill it full of water to block out the protons so they can get other readings of the alpha waves and stuff.
So, are you telling me to jump in the river?
No, I'm telling you, get a Aquabell and go down in the ocean.
Beyond my budget, brother. That puts me right out there,
Me too.
Well, get in the toilet and flush it.
Get in the toilet and then flush it. Oh yeah. Well, I've been called a piece of what more than once in my life.
Yeah, Ginger Ninja, I'm sensitive too, and I feel it too today. Like I just now put the correlation together. Kind of have a headache. My teeth hurt. Like, yeah. So you guys you'll wake up with a headache and.
Yeah.
everything else.
I mean, as soon as we were up till for at least another hour after you went to bed last night, Courtney.
Oh wow!
And I was just so when I finally got off, I just went in there, took a couple of Benadryl because my sinuses were acting up anyways, and crashed. And at 6 o'clock this morning, bam, wide awake. What the heck woke me up? I didn't even think about that to what you said now, that some of those things affect the electromagnetic circuitry of our brains and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, exactly.
Drink water, everybody.
Oh, bye, Mary Ranch.
We might be okay out here in
love you.
Seattle because we don't see the sun. It just rain and rain and rain.
Well, see, you are protected by water. You got all that water in the sky.
Up in those clouds. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Bye, KK.
When you're talking earlier about Bob was saying about when he grew up canning and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was 3, 4 when my grandmother moved in with us.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, by then my parents had already planted a whole bunch of blackberry bushes, and they're planting more. We had 3 rows that were 300 feet long at least of blackberries, and so we canned blackberry jam all the time. And I, being the little stinker I was, raised an absolute stink about picking blackberries because I hated getting stuck on the thorns. And finally I said, what are you going to do? I go, I'll go help Gammo. That's what we called our grandmother, Gammo. I'll go help Gammo in the kitchen canning. And my mom thinking, all right, fine, go. And I was in there, and my grandmother worked with me, and we were just putting out the jam fast as the water bath could do it. Doing all the mashing and adding the sugar and the pectin and everything else. And I'm just going to town, having a blast doing that stuff. And the next year, then I got to help out with the actual, filling the jars and everything else. But I when it comes to berries, I'll do all the hot canning work. You guys can pick, and you guys can eat it. I'll just do the canning.
You wondered if stainless steel pots, well, it depends on what you're canning too, or what you're cooking in. Stainless steel, you do not want to use anything, aluminum, I'm sorry. You don't want to use aluminum with anything with vinegar because it'll react to it.
Mm-hmm.
My suggestion is to get stainless steel. You don't have to get expensive stuff. You can go to here in Ohio, we have these stores called Gabriel Brothers. Or Marshalls or TJ Maxx. Those stores have stainless steel pots and pans from all over everywhere, and you can get reasonable stainless steel pots and pans for a discount at those kinds of stores. So I would check into that. So if you can't buy a stainless steel set because they're expensive, you can buy one piece at a time, and then you can create your own set. So, but I would highly suggest not using aluminum for anything, actually, because it's not good for you.
Aluminum is very porous, has billions of tiny holes in it. That's what we made the airplanes out of that I worked on for my whole life. We had to take precautions because an aircraft is made of aluminum, whether people know it or not. And we had to take precautions if we removed the paint off the frame. We would have to use chromic acid to paint over that, let it sit for 10 minutes because the chromic acid burns the tiny holes closed, neutralize it with water, and then put a finish back over top of it. But I just thought I'd throw that in there.
Try not to use aluminum anything. And actually, we've completely and 100% have steered away from anything that has Teflon in it. Mm-hmm. Don't use Teflon, please. Eventually over time it breaks down and it gets in your food, and basically, that's a freaking poison. Yeah.
And if you use Teflon, and a member of your family likes to overheat the pans, throw the pans out, because once they overheat, the Teflon breaks down really fast. And but those ceramic coated like that. No, I can't even what it's called now. The stoneware skillets and stuff like that are a lot better. The one that's really good, but it's the Gotham steel, the copper clad. Yeah, like there's your stone covered stuff.
There you go, Yossi. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like the Gotham steel with the copper clad stuff on it, and I think it's got some ceramic embedded into the copper as well. That's why it works so well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it's a expensive process, and but you get what you pay for.
Hey, Sandra Moody, how you doing, girl? It's good to see you in here. Yeah, so stay away from anything aluminum, and if you can stay clear of it, in your regular everyday life too, deodorants and stuff like that. Try and, I know it's really hard because I know some deodorants with aluminum in them, they work really, really well. I get that.
Yeah.
You don't want to smell.
You want to know what works better, Courtney, and is cheaper and easier to use? First, history. What causes your pits to stink? Bacteria.
Yeah.
And they get into it gets into the pores, and as you sweat, moisture. Okay, we're going to multiply and everything else. What cleans up your pits the best? Hand sanitizer with aloe.
Oh.
Guaranteed. Put it on there. That's what we used to. We use the hand sanitizer without aloe when we go hunting. Don't want any smells. And you rub it on the pits and over your kidneys, so you sweat over your kidneys.
Mm-hmm.
And you do your feet as well. And boom.
Yeah. That's interesting. But to a woman that shaves her pits, I'm not going to be putting rubbing alcohol on my pits.
Well, that's why you do it the next day or so.
Oh, okay, that'll work.
But as someone who used to who went swimming and stuff, and they said you got to shave everything when you go swimming.
Yeah,
it works. Bob's like, I'm not going to do that. Bob, remember what Larry the Cable Guy said? My lady wanted me to shave down below there and kind of clean things up. I said, hey, no way. Well, anyways, after I did that.
After I did that, yeah.
On our next episode, Bob shaves his pits.
Oh, boy. With a straight razor and one eye closed. And his glasses off.
Then he'll test out the hand sanitizer method.
After that, we
start with the legs and ladies' night.
Yeah, do I gotta shave my legs for ladies' night? I gotta shave. I mean,
yeah.
You need to do it live.
Hey, you got to wear a Bobby sock skirt,
a saddle shoes and stuff like that. I'm gonna need a machete to hack back my legs, man.
Having a good time, and I got a lot of people in here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Love you.
Hey, King.
Right,
it's the King.
The King Poobah.
King Poobah. Yeah, he has to go and get dog food and chicken feed and all that kind of stuff. He's leaving.
Remember, two of your preps that will never go bad: toilet paper and paper towels. Yeah. Unless of course you're Poodle's cat and you put it stuff that out in the garage and let the mice get into it.
I have a funny story to tell you. Okay, you had a episode a while back about using your preps, like using plasticware and stuff because you don't want to waste your good water on cleaning your utensils.
Yep, I have that.
Well, a while back we did a Toy Story birthday party for my son, and we made Sporky, right? And we couldn't just find a packet of like 10 sporks in a packet. So we bought 1,000 of them on Amazon.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
So my husband's like, well, I guess we're okay in that department. We still have 1,000 sporks. It's been 3 years.
1,000. Oh my god.
Hey, that's something else. That'll never go bad.
Yeah.
As long as you keep it clean and to keep the critters out of it and stuff.
Yeah.
And that's the truth is, everybody thinks about, oh, well, I don't want to be using plastic. It's not green. It's not this. But think about it, folks.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't have to be the big, end of the world as we know it, or even it doesn't have to be a big SHTF. It could be like what happened to Martha last year when she was without power for 10 days, and they're on well water.
Oh, that's horrible. Yeah.
And so, plasticware and stuff help them save water.
I think, Danny, the better question is, why are you awake at 3 a.m.?
Yeah, why are you awake at 3 a.m., 3:30 a.m.? What time is it in Israel, Yosi?
8:37
Okay.
p.m.
Okay. We'll see. You're okay. You're covered then. Silhouette Park Cards, I'm so glad you're in here, though.
Evening or 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
Evening.
Thanks for being on a crazy schedule for Whyde Family Farm. We love you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Oh, so it's going to be midnight when I go live with Doc Bones and Nurse Amy.
But I'm going to be there.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah. I was just emailing while we were talking here before I came up here. Doc just emailed me back, and we finally got ironed out all the topics for tonight, and he's putting together the slideshow to send me. And when I get the slideshow, then I'll be running the slideshow from my end because they only have one monitor. They hate doing the sharing screen thing. Oh, there he is. There he is. And he's got his napkins in there, too.
Oh, my God. You have your napkins? Well, you know what? That napkin could come in handy. Oh, I have a funny story about that, too. Okay. So we were my husband's father and his stepmom, they used to camp, right? So I'm pretty good at starting fires. So I was going to start the campfire while they were messing around, getting food and stuff ready. And I threw a napkin, there was some stuff in there. I threw a napkin in there and, I get it ready. And the fires just started and it was roaring. It was doing good. I didn't really do a whole lot to it. I threw a napkin on it, there's nothing in the napkin. And I told him, I said, well, all I did was throw a napkin in there. They wouldn't believe me. They're like, yeah, right. I can't believe you started a fire with just a napkin. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I did.
Mrs. already took care of the power outage, the cups and the paper plates and paper bowls. She did that, and they're in the pantry, just for that reason, in case we lose power. But these are like you know how much my wife overfeeds me. If she orders Uber Eats at work and then brings me home Uber Eats, they always come with these packets of plastic with a napkin. Some of them have salt and pepper. Like this one has salt and pepper in it. I just take those, throw them in a bin, and we eat with our regular utensils at home. Yeah, that's what I do.
Bob,
just use them.
You just gave me the topic for episode 181 of your prep for today.
Okay, cool.
That's what it's going to be talking about, is saving those things and using those in emergencies.
I got another container like this sitting next to the dinner table of salt, little packets of salt and pepper that come with a takeout dinner. I just keep those separate because the mice might go in there for the salt and pepper, but we don't have mice in the house, so I don't put this stuff out in the garage. That's good.
Yes.
We eat takeout. Well, you see, when she brings me some McDonald's after work, our kids are grown up, so it's just she and I. So she will cook in the morning. Usually makes me a big thing of whatever she cooks and puts it in the fridge. And the McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever she'll bring me home, that's like a treat that's just especially for me. She's Filipino, so their culture is different. I'm going out of my way just for my husband.
Well, I want to let you know they're fishes. Yeah, our Poop Troop membership is only 99 cents a month, and it's cheaper than a suppository. It is
Oh my God, Courtney.
she said it's cheaper than an enema. Well,
I would. Oh God.
Oh, ow, that hurt. That was so funny.
Oh.
there you go. There you go.
Oh,
Dutch upgraded up, so he said, "Well, in that case." Oh my God, Dutch! I love you, Dutch. We seriously have people from all around the world in the Poop Troop. That is freaking awesome. Thank you, Dutch. I will put your name in the video.
I have loved Dutch for such a long time.
Me
It's one
too.
of the first channels I started following, and it's great that he's in the Poop Troop.
We love you, Dutch. Thank you so much, dude. You're awesome. We don't pass out free suppositories though. You'll have to go to your local pharmacy.
Oh, speaking of poop, okay. I'm over 50, so you got to get that physical, yeah. So I'm in line to get the silver bullet up the old, and they give you like that gallon of Go Light to.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now
that's why my mom doesn't drink orange Gatorade, because
I don't
she
blame her.
says it tastes just like that.
Oh my God! I tried to drink that whole gallon. I just couldn't do it. So I get the silver bullet, and the results come back negative for this and that. But we couldn't go all the way in because of blockage, and so. I said, well, too bad. I'm not drinking that stuff again, man. I ain't doing it again.
I was told that they can give you pills now, but I was told they don't work as good as the liquid. But
see, I think you got to do both. You take the pills before you start taking the liquid. It gets stuff going, everything else, and then when you take a couple glasses of that liquid, that just finishes and flushes you out the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right, Bob.
Yeah.
Hunt around and see if you can find that Harborough, whatever it is, gummy bears, the sugar-free ones that had that other ingredient in there that was worse than drinking a gallon of that stuff in one shot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there are some stories on that stuff of people doing it, and all of a sudden they're driving home, rumble.
Oh, yeah.
And into the door, and they don't even go to the bathroom; they just hop in the tub and start peeling stuff out because it's already too late. It's just
Lord, no.
When you eat only kosher, you don't have to worry about these things.
Yeah, true. That's true. You all see, yep.
Yeah.
So I'm on the table and I'm getting ready for the procedure. Now I didn't know this
did
at the
they
time.
knock you out, or did they make you watch? Because my mom insists on being knocked out.
Yeah, they knocked me out.
Okay.
And
yeah, that's what they do. They say, here, they give you a shot, and put a little gas thing on you, and you're out. And you're drooling, and you're acting like Homer Simpson, and they go.
When I get nervous, I talk like a machine gun. I'm sitting there talking, and she's putting the stuff over my mouth, or and gonna put the gas in or whatever it is. I don't know. I'm on an IV, whatever. And I said, you know what? If I don't come out of this, I've had a great life. I've made love, sang and danced and drank on 3 continents. It's been a good life, and I didn't know that the doctor knows my wife. And one of the nurses asked, "Were you always with the same partner when you're making love and all that?" And I said, that's top secret because Filipinos are very jealous. And the doctor, I could tell she was Filipina, burst out laughing. And that's the last thing I heard. And I told that to my wife. She goes, "I know Dr. So-and-so." Oh, go.
Bye, Fred. heads in jars. I hope our jocularity didn't offend you, but this is the poop troop, and sometimes like my husband says, the chat goes straight to the crapper.
Yeah, because we are the poopers. Yeah.
Well, hey, no, I'm not going to go there with that one. That's still that's for the late night one.
Yes, David.
Yeah.
So that's the problem with the late night one. I got one saved up for you about your doctor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Just so you know, I used to be the administrator for a floor, and that's what we did every Wednesday was colonoscopies all day long.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. When they said there's blockage, can you come back and do it again? Let me think. Yes and no. The answer's no. I'm done.
Yeah, no way.
Mm. Were you with the same partner? Oh my God, man.
You guys are cracking me up. 24 in here. Thank you so much. And we got a new member today, Dutch Off-Grid Homestead, which we love anyway. So thank you so much for being in here and a member of the Poop Troop, guys. It's
right on. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, Courtney, shall I offset what Bob said with something heartwarming and nice?
Sure.
Okay, guys, you may not believe this, but 33 years ago, we got married in 87. So 30 coming up. Actually, no, it's 34 years now. Was when I met my wife. 34 years in a couple months. She's been the only woman I have ever been with, and I'm still with her.
I saved myself for marriage, even all those years in the Air Force with a couple hundred women on the first floor of the barracks.
Hey, it's getting deep in here. Get the sidle away. Look at my feet up off the floor.
Good for you, Gil. I admire that. But
you're a good dude, Gil. We love you.
He is. He is a good dude. I'm primitive,
Bye, Silhouette Car Farms. Thanks for just coming in. And Mennonite Farmhouse, she has to go feed her husband. I gotta go and take care of my son, and I'm gonna get a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. He's gonna go with me in the car.
And let me throw something up here real quick here. This is it.
What are you throwing up?
I'm gonna throw this up here really quick here. There it is. It's coming up on the Grave Man channel. There is the link for tonight. For in 3 hours and 10 minutes for the special live stream with Doc Bones and Nurse Amy. And it's a simulcast of both Camp Patton Family Compound and Gray Man Prepping. And so, yeah, it's out there. And we're covering a lot of interesting topics. Doc and I were emailing back and forth all morning, picking which topics and stuff, and we're trying to get some good ones with dealing with homesteading specifically. If you're out there in homes, like last night on Bland's Promised Land Ranch, when Monica was telling about when they were moving in, and the one kid got smacked in the face by the hand truck and put a big old dent across his nose. And he's bleeding every 30 minutes for EMS to respond. And we're going to be talking about if you're out there stuck, what do you have to do? And what are your options and stuff? So we talk about stuff like that, broken bones, suturing, when to suture, when not to suture, when to pack, cotton pack a wound or whatever. So we talk about stuff like that as well. So it'll be very informative for everyone, including you, Bob.
Yeah, well, I'm going to actually get off of here. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the chat. It wasn't just Rebelcanner, but we had a lot of good conversation about things. So I really appreciate all of my panelists for coming up and hanging out with us today. Thank you, Tammy, for doing this. I hope you feel better soon with everything that's going on right now with you. And so we will see you all on Sunday evening, depending on if the internet is going to hold up. And y'all have a good day. And by the way, on the way out, if you could please give Dutch Off-Grid Homesteading a big Poop Troop salute for being a Poop Troop member. Thank you so much. And we will see y'all next time. Bye-bye.
Go watch 4 of Tammy's videos right now. Go watch 4 of them.
Yep.